Okay, we just got out of
Hi.
Jurassic World, guys.
Wow.
Fallen Kingdom, that's what it's called,
Yes.
right? Okay. The second Jurassic World movie. And what'd you think?
I really liked it.
Yeah, a lot of people are, like, in general, I guess, are saying it's not good.
That's so sad.
And saying that it's, like, too much like Jurassic Park 2, what was it called? The Lost World.
Okay.
I noticed that for a while, but not, it has some like light plot similarities, but then I don't know, it goes pretty wild, this one, and
I mean,
it has a lot of its own stuff going on, pretty
so
crazy
here's
stuff.
what I will say. It's like, I really liked it. I walked out of there and I really enjoyed it.
I loved it myself.
It's really weird to connect it to the originals. If that makes any sense.
I know. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I kind of felt that way with the previous one. I was like, this is not a reboot, right? But I mean, you pick up in the film that it's connected to them.
I know
what
it
you
is
mean.
because,
It doesn't. It has its own style,
right?
and I think it's just less. I don't want to say artistic, but less. I don't know. Just this cinematic Spielbergian kind of epic thing, like watching Close Encounters or E.T. That wonder thing. But I really only got that from the first movie.
Okay.
There were hints of it in the original, if you want to call it the original trilogy. There were hints of it throughout, but mainly it was the first movie.
Yeah.
And they just had, they had lead characters that were from the first movie.
Right.
In the
true.
next two.
That's true.
Because like Jeff Goldblum is barely in this one.
I know. I wish they had brought him back more.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought it was fine with him, and I was just happy that he was there.
Me too.
A little bit, and he had a good role, as minor as it was, But I thought this movie was a lot of fun. I thought it was crazy.
It was.
A lot of what this made me think of. Now, not to the extent, because I know that these are classics, and this isn't like as social commentary as those were. All of those were. But this reminded me of like the Planet of the Apes, in terms of just the way Jurassic Park the franchise that has become with each installment. Because to me, each installment kind of moves it further.
I feel like the dinosaurs are going to end up taking up the world.
Well, they kind of are. It did.
Spoilers!
They kind of did at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they let them all out. So of course, I guess the next movie is going to be about, whether or not they're able to take over the world.
Spoilers, guys. I am so
We need to
glad.
put that in the title.
I'm so glad that little girl let those dinosaurs out.
Yeah, and then it was a whole plot line, since we're doing spoilers, about this little girl that turned out to be a clone, basically, of a human, because for a while you're like, did they mix her with a dinosaur or something?
That would have been interesting.
But no, as far as we know, no. But it was just, the cloning situation was getting out of control.
Right.
And I just thought it was fascinating. I thought it was fascinating the way I do when I watch another installment of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the classic Planet of the Apes, where it's
Roddy McDowell?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say Rise, but that's the new
Oh,
ones.
oh.
I mean, with the
Beneath?
Battle, not Battle,
Battle?
but like the later ones, with Caesar and all
Rise
that.
of the Planet of the Apes?
No, see, we keep thinking of
Oh,
the
God.
titles of the new ones.
That's horrible, because you guys don't understand how obsessed we were with Planet of the Apes a long time ago.
We love Planet of the Apes. There's so many Planet of the Apes movies now, it's confusing.
Wait, Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
That wasn't the second one? No, that was Beneath. Okay, there's Planet of the Apes, there's Beneath Planet of the Apes. Then there's Conquest of the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the
There's
next?
Battle 4 somewhere.
And I'm forgetting one. I used to know these like the back of my hand.
Yeah, me too.
But
wow.
But anyway, this reminds me of that kind of thing, Even though it's not as, maybe not as smart, maybe it's more action-y. I still think it's kind of, clever stuff.
I thought it was good.
It's very much about playing God and everything,
Yeah.
I thought it was really fun, really interesting. I like the characters. I've heard people say that there's no chemistry with
Are you serious?
Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh no,
and
I felt that chemistry.
And what's his name?
There was some hardcore chemistry
Star-Lord.
there.
I think they've got chemistry. She's gorgeous, by the way. Yeah, it's okay to say that on YouTube.
No, I'm trying to decide decide if I think he's gorgeous, but yeah, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, whenever I say that, she makes a face, and I'm like, it's okay to say that.
No!
But anyway.
It's okay, don't be so defensive. Oh my god.
Nowadays, I'm scared to say anything like that. But anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I have enjoyed every Jurassic Park movie.
It was really good.
You know, most people don't like the third one of the originals, and I enjoy it. You know,
Oh yeah, I really like the third one.
I like it more than the second one.
I don't know. I really enjoyed this one, and
I love Blue.
I love Blue so much.
Yeah.
And there were so many moments, and I know I say this in every video, and I'm tired of saying that I like cry, but oh god.
Yeah.
It was so
that
good.
dinosaur that was...
Oh no.
Oh, the dinosaur that was left behind. It was like the unicorn, like that like meme of the, or like that cartoon.
And that's my favorite
the
dinosaur
unicorn
too.
Like been left behind in the Noah's Ark.
They had to choose everybody's favorite dinosaur, because do you know how many people that is their favorite dinosaur?
Yeah,
they had
I'm
to
sure.
choose that one to be like.
It was the most. It's like the saddest one. Oh god.
It just eats leaves.
Oh man, that was really sad, and
it has little colds and sneezes on you. It's so cute.
Yeah, it was sad, and yeah, I saw you crying a lot.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I just think it's a really good movie, especially if you like the previous one, which we did. You know, I think you'll enjoy it.
The music, I love.
They still have that music
It
in
wouldn't
there.
be a Jurassic Park film without that
Right,
incredible
yeah.
music, and it's so good. It comes back, and it's amazing. And
Yeah.
I will say that, and I feel bad for thinking this, but throughout the whole movie, I thought that. So, do you guys know the character something Smith? Well, I don't know what his first name was.
The villain guy.
The main villain guy, who's kind of like snarky.
Yeah.
The whole time I thought it was Tim.
I
thought he was little Tim
from the original
movie.
She thought they brought that character
He looked
Tim
so
back.
much like him, and I was just like, "Oh God, that has to be Tim," which would have made it so much more interesting. I must say,
Like using a fake name or something.
It would have made it so much.
But
more
why?
interesting.
I feel like after his experience,
He hated the dinosaurs.
he would not have.
And he was just like, whatever.
Well, then I think he would have just let him get.
But he
killed by
also
the
still
volcano.
loved them. You know what I mean? It made sense with his character.
Well, I knew it wasn't Tim.
He looked so much like Tim. I thought it was him. But I'm glad that they did not make Tim a horrible person
evil
like
person.
That. Yeah, I really am. I am super glad about that. So.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with this one, and the way it ended, I really hope that they continue with this storyline. It's like I said, it's very much like the apes taking over the world. And
you know what? I was very confused because they did the whole her mother died in a car crash thing, and like
the kid?
Didn't that happen to one of the kids also, or to those kids, or did that not happen? I'm mixing that up. I'm mixing that up with Jumanji, aren't I?
Well, I don't know. I don't remember what. Yeah, I guess the kids in the original, their parents were fine. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know.
You got Jumanji on there, yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah,
yeah, that whole
and that kid was really good. It was really good, yeah.
The kid was really good. She was really good.
I liked all the plot lines that were going on and everything. I thought it was really cool. They still had that one guy back, the scientist from the first
He is so
movie.
bad. He is so evil, and nobody ever would have thought that guy.
That you would even see him later, you know? Yeah, that's crazy.
Because all the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are female. Evil! You know he's gonna turn into something. Not really.
Yeah, that was awesome. You got anything else to say?
No, I think it was great.
Yeah, the trailers were all kind of like action film trailers. They got that skyscraper movie coming out. With The Rock.
Die Hard 10.
And what's her name from Scream, which I haven't seen her in a long time.
I'm proud of her because she's back. That's awesome.
We haven't seen her in a while. Yeah, it's like Die Hard with one leg.
I'm kind of excited. About that 1960s Reno Tahoe one.
The one about what is that called? It's like a casino or a hotel or something. I forget what it was called, but it looks really cool. It's got Thor in it. He looks like he's some kind of evil cult leader or something.
It was really good. It takes place in the 60s.
Yeah, and
he's like a hippie.
Who did it have? Bridges in it?
It had tons of people, like Countless A-list people.
And then there was the Meg. They showed a trailer for the Meg, the giant shark, the Megalodon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
Eh.
Yeah, it looks I'm fascinated with that insanely huge shark
I love Jaws.
because it was a real thing and it's ridiculously
Jaws
huge.
is one of my favorites.
Jaws is, yeah. It's not gonna be as good as Jaws.
No, it's not.
But it might be fun, like Piranha.
I guess.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't remember if we saw any other trailers, but there was some weird one about a kid who finds a alien gun, and I don't know, I didn't get enough out of that trailer to. It was just kind of like, eh.
He's got a gun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There's like an old movie, a real bad, like low budget movie that they did on Mystery Science Theater or Riff Tracks. I don't remember which.
Where something
Laser
similar-
Blast, is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
is this a remake of Laser Blast? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I had a really good time. We tried the Alamo Draft House.
Oh yeah, we tried some snacks.
Jurassic Park food, which was Jurassic World food.
We had the Dino DNA drink.
Yeah,
It was
you
really good.
had that. I didn't have that.
Yeah.
And it was like it looked like the amber.
It looked like the amber, right?
Yeah.
It was really interesting.
And we had the Triceratops,
Which were good.
which were like, they were super good. They cooked them really good. They were like crunchy and on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
and they, I don't know, they had like taco meat on them. It was like a taco
and
salad
like
on top
sour
of tots
cream
and cheese sauce.
and
And then we had I don't know if they were called pterodactyl wings
Yeah.
or if they were called Jurassic wings or what
no,
they
they
were
were
called.
pterodactyl
Yeah.
wings.
Now those, well, you did you order ranch on the side or did
Yeah.
it come with it?
No, I ordered it on the
Okay,
side.
I needed something.
They were
I
a little
didn't.
dry,
They
huh?
were kind of dry.
Yeah.
I like their regular wings a lot, and I like
Yeah.
the regular wings better than those.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones had like a sauce. It was kind of like some kind of
I think
like
that's probably why
like a
I was
Chinese
unsatisfied,
type
so I had to
food,
get
you know?
queso and stuff.
yeah. It was like a sweet kind of like when you order like Chinese food and you get like that chicken that's got like sweet
Yeah.
sauce on it. It was something like that, but on wings, bone-in wings. But they were all right. But the tots were really good. Yeah.
So Bryce
Dallas Howard.
and
I'm gonna switch hands because it's killing my hand.
oh, that's awkward.
Okay.
So those two are basically gonna take care of that kid.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's legally.
Well, she's not anybody, so it's fine.
Oh, she's a clone, so I guess
Yeah,
she doesn't.
it's okay.
They had to have forged like birth certificates and stuff like that, and I don't know. I think
All they have to say is that she died in the wreckage.
because it's a film series, they probably just will ignore it. But I think
Yeah.
somebody would come knocking on their door,
Probably.
take that kid away. But yeah, apparently they took in the kid. But and moved into a cabin in the woods, and they
So
asked
who-
Blue if Blue wanted to come, and Blue didn't want to come.
Blue, because he took one look at that cage and he
Yeah.
was like, I don't think so, human.
Yeah, that was cool.
But it was so cool that Blue helped him. That was
Yeah.
so sweet. I thought Blue was gonna die.
Blue was the hero of the
Compared
movie,
to
always
that
popping in. And the
dinosaur.
dinosaur with like the hard head was like
he
what's
was
his name from
cute.
X-Men? It was like banging into things.
He
with
was
his
cute.
head. Yeah, he was funny. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
It was great. Oh, there was one other thing I was gonna mention. I don't know. Never mind.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Dinosaurs and Jeff Goldblum and
I hope they bring him back.
oh
like,
no,
in a more
I think
prominent role.
I mean I'm always happy to see Jeff Goldblum, but I don't think
Oh,
they're
that's what
gonna.
I was gonna say.
I
So-
think they're done with the references to the old ones.
So.
Except for that scientist.
This partner that Hammond had, that was weird. Did he ever mention that?
No,
partner
that's one of
before?
those things you cook up later.
Okay.
Just to continue your story and to have a Hammond-like character.
Okay.
That's one of those things where people were like, oh, it was trying to be too much like the old ones, and yet it didn't have the Spielberg magic and all that. But it was
thought
just
it was
a
interesting.
fun sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
It's like, this is good sci-fi. I mean, and it's not like the masterpiece sci-fi like
Yeah.
Spielberg, but it's still really good sci-fi.
Oh, the fact that Blue showed up at that neighborhood and it looked like the neighborhood in Poltergeist.
It did.
So it's
Probably,
like,
maybe it was the same.
it's that same neighborhood,
Yeah.
and they're gonna go attack those people.
Mhm.
Those people are gonna be like, "What? First, these things come out of the ground in cemetery, and now
now
you've
dinosaurs."
got these."
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we've got to feed our own little personal dinosaur now.
Yeah, the tortoise Lando is hungry and out of food, so
Tortoisian.
we're gonna go. We'll talk to you guys
All
later.
right, guys. See you
Bye.
later.